Today I'm traveling just east of Fallon to Grimes Point, where thousands of years worth of human and geological history waits to tell me what life was like in ancient Nevada. Hey, Donna.
Hama, Donna Cossette. Nice to see you, John.
Well, that was beautiful. What language was that?
It means hello, I'm Donna Cossette, and it's Northern Paiute.
Northern Paiute?
Yes, Toitikata dialect.
And that tribe is nearby here?
Yes, my tribe is actually really close to Stillwater Wildlife Refuge. It's about maybe 5 miles or from that area, and we live on about a 6,500 acre tract of land.
Beautiful. And you're also with the local museum here, yeah?
Yes, I am the registrar. I handle the artifacts, and when people donate items to the museum, I put them on display or curate them the best I possibly can.
When you say artifacts, you're talking about some that come from this area. Where exactly are we, and what's been discovered here?
Where we're at right now is Hidden Cave, and it's in the general area of Grimes Point.
And rediscovered in the 20th century in about 1920?
Yes, a couple of young farm boys wanted to come out into this area and hike around because they heard of some lost treasure from an old Wells Fargo stagecoach. And they were looking for this treasure, and they felt cool air coming out. And so they wanted to come back with their little lanterns later and go up in there, and what they found was a different type of treasure.
But treasure nonetheless. After the boys stumbled into this cave, a miner later found it while on the hunt for some bat guano. He later mentioned seeing some artifacts, sparking the attention of local archaeologist Margaret Wheat, who quickly assembled an expedition into the cave. Oh my gosh, Donna, I had no idea it was going to be this big.
Yes, if you can imagine having 2 NBA basketball games in here along with their audiences around the rim, kind of gives you a little perspective as to how large it really is.
Well, you have to crouch down to get in here at first. And so it's a little deceiving, and then you open up into this well-lit cavern. It's just incredible. So when was this excavated? Because it happened more than once.
Yes, there was an excavation in the 1940s, 50s, and in the 1979 to 1980.
And what did they find?
There was all kinds of stuff that was found, and if you want to look right over here, this is considered a cache pit, and this is where we would store things for a later time. And the items that would have been found here would have been seeds, berries, plant materials, dried meats, and it not only had just food items, there were other things. So if you look right here, you can see an actual arrow shaft there.
Wow.
And what kind of arrow shaft that is, I guess we're gonna find out in history, whether it's an atlatl dart or an arrow. I think it's an atlatl dart.
Why did they do that?
This would have been saved for a later time because if there was conflict outside and if you had to protect yourself, whether it was harsher conditions or if it was drought of some sort, or if there was actual physical confrontation that was going to happen, the women and children would have retreated to a place that would have been secret like this.
So this was primarily for women and children?
And that's what was just recently discovered, that this was mostly used by women.
Geologically, this looks volcanic.
It is. It's a lot of basalt rock, and they're concreted together with natural materials around us, and it forms this huge cave. Ancient Lake Lahontan came in here and carved this whole thing out, and the elements over time is what filled this up with more dirt, whether it came in through rain puddling in here or the wind blowing through here, and this is what you get is these different strata in the earth right here.
The various strata, or layers of material within the cave, provide plentiful information to scientists, including when Lake Lahontan was at high and low levels, wet and dry climates of the area, and exactly when humans put the cave to use. What are all these tags?
Now these tags, when the archaeologists came in here and they were excavating, they started digging through here, and you can see like these little numbers that say 70/42. And over here on this side, you're gonna see one that says 70/42. They wanted to keep track of the excavation as they're going, where they found those artifacts, because it can tell, again, a time in history.
Although most sites are eventually filled back in, Hidden Cave has remained in a state of permanent excavation to educate the public about archaeological investigations.
You're gonna see this little yellow string right here, and on the other side, you're gonna see ash mark. That ash mark came from Mount Mazama. It was an ancient volcano that erupted over 6,900 years ago, and it It landed, it made its way in here, and not every cave can say that in the Great Basin, or at least our part of the Great Basin. And that ash mark dates back to over 6,900 years, and so from there, they're able to see that anything above that is younger than that date, anything below that is older.
About 1,100 years ago, the Mono Crater's volcanic area in California erupted, leaving a second layer of ash to be explored in the cave. Did the boys ever find the Wells Fargo gold?
I don't think so, but look at the treasure that they did find.
Looking though. In all seriousness, what does this place mean to you?
As Northern Paiutes, we are very well aware of our cultural places, and they do have significant importance to us, and they will continue to. And I do thank people for wanting to come and educate them about our culture and just be a part of it.
Donna, I'm going to leave it at that. It's so well said. Thank you for this day and this tour. I really do appreciate it.
I really appreciate you coming out here. Puni dua.
Puni dua. I part ways with Donna to make one last stop at Grimes Point. Just a short hike away from Hidden Cave, about a quarter mile, is Burnt Cave. It's one of 3 very important sites to see in this area just outside of Fallon. If you care at all about geology or human history, put this on your bucket list.